Hi, I'm Zombie Sam and play guitar, and I also help with the production of the band Season of Ghosts.
We are actually, that's where we had to start from. We are Season of Ghosts, and I'm Sophia.
Yeah.
That was the correct order. We're very happy to be here in the Netherlands. It's the very first time. We're playing here for our Dutch fans, and we're very excited to play here in this beautiful venue, and we're surrounded by green. It's really great.
Yes, beautiful.
Who is the composer in the band and who writes the lyrics?
We co-compose together and we co-produce everything between me and him. And I write the lyrics, the concepts, and I do everything regarding marketing and PR, management, and everything. So basically, me and him, we are a power team.
Yeah, we're doing almost everything.
Yeah.
That's great. And how does the process go? Do you start with a melody and then you compose lyrics to it, or the other way? First lyrics and then.
Some people write the lyrics first, but I don't do that. We used to compose, our old album was composed based on vocal melodies and piano notes that I had made. But this album we decided to flip the script
Yeah.
and do something different. So we started from his guitars, some guitar riffs, and on top of that we added the melodies and the keyboards. And always last, I add the lyrics. That's how I do it.
Can you explain the band name? Who chose it and how did you come up with it?
That's for you.
I tend to choose everything intuitively, so it's not like I will just brainstorm for 5,000 months and come up with something at all costs. Just I let things come to me. Season of Ghost is more like a cautionary tale, kind of like. It's kind of the reflection of the reality we're living in, according to me. I believe we're living in a season of ghosts of our past, because we are reaching an edge, like in humanity, like an end of things, which is going to change humanity the way we know it, like forever, in my opinion. And I believe this time is for real. It's not like back when they were talking about the wars and all that. There was a human factor. Now it's more a holistic factor, that things are really going towards a direction that it's going to change the face of the earth and humanity as a whole and our civilization. So I believe, because this is not exactly positive, the ghosts of our past, like our ancestors and all that, they are incarnating themselves as people among us, or as a little voice inside our head, our little conscience, to tell us to be careful, just in hopes that we can be saved. And that was also a very a pattern in the human paradox for the people who are familiar with the album. That's what the human paradox was about.
Thank you. How did the band come about and how did it start? Were you before you were in other projects or bands or?
I used to be in a Japanese band called Bloodstained Child until 2012. And at the same time, I had started Season of Ghosts in Japan, in Tokyo, where I used to live, along with a Japanese member. But then he left because he was too busy, and I was left alone. So I started it as a solo project officially, and I announced it as a solo project. And in the meantime, I met my production team, and he was one of them. And I tortured them all so much, but he enjoyed the process so much that he decided to stick around, and the rest is yours. Go.
Yeah, a torture. Actually, we started speaking about collaborating, me working with her after we did a collaboration on my album, and then we started being friends and speaking about things, and then, she had this project going on, started in Japan. And then, she came to me and was like, you know what, I would like to do this and this and that. And I'm like, well, why? I'm here, I can help, I know how to make productions. And we involved, a bunch of other people, and that's how it happened. In this new album, instead, we cut, a little bit of people as well as a production team, and we started doing everything on our own.
We kept it in the family.
yeah, we kept it, in the family, and that's how it went.
But you have your own band called Zombie Sam, right?
Yeah, I have my own band called Zombie Sam, which she.
That's how we met.
Yeah, that's how we met. I asked her to collaborate on one of my songs, which is called The Hollow Tale, and yeah, from there we started working together.
Okay, next question. Can you name 3 of your favorite albums?
Oh wow, that's difficult.
In general.
Or favorite artists or...
Favorite artists. Where I really like the Smashing Pumpkins. They influenced my teenage years a lot. So yeah, for me that would be Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness and Siamese Dream. And then I really love Anathema from the UK, and also Malice Miser. Merveille of Malice Miser would be my favorite.
Sam?
I'm more of an American boy. Just got introduced, to the Asian culture and what Japanese people do.
I broke his balls, in other words.
Yeah, indeed. And I usually don't pick on artists which artist I like the most, because I find it limiting. Because I like
true.
so many things. I graduated. I got out of music academy as an orchestra conductor. So from classical music, I learned that you don't have to limit yourself by choosing artists. It's just what you like today and why you appreciate this artist, and then you appreciate the other artist, and you learn from each of them. So that's why I never, say a name about albums or artists.
Yeah.
Recently you played some festivals like Symphonic Festival and Heaven and Hell Fest, and now this tour with Jupiter. How's it going so far, and how is the response of the audience?
Oh, it's quite brilliant so far. Yeah, so Symphonic Festival was, it was a very targeted audience, and people that were very, very warm and very ready and interactive.
Yeah, very
And Heaven and Hell Fest as well. It was kind of the same.
It was a healthy mix and match of everything.
Yeah, it was quite brilliant, and now we are here, in this tour, which is a different experience, because we are lots of people on a bus. But it's if you want to add something, and to me it's a beautiful experience.
We are very excited actually, and it's the first time we are performing the songs of our new album, A Leap of Faith, which came out in the end of October 2018. So Symphonic Festival was the first time ever to perform both in England and in general those songs. So yeah, in Europe also now we can say that A Leap of Faith is going live for the very first time. We are very happy to actually listen, hear how this song sounds live. It's a different kind of effort, to do this in the studio, in the rehearsal room, and on stage. It's very different. So we're very looking forward to it.
What are the plans after this tour? Are there going to be any more shows, or are you going to start with working on a new album? Or
both are actually true. We are hoping to see our fans more often from now on, and not take so big breaks. Now we're based in the UK, which makes things a bit easier for us.
Yeah.
On many levels, so we can meet our fans all around the world a bit more easier, and more frequently than before. So yeah, and we are also gonna start preparing new material, perhaps a new single.
Yes.
I don't know.
I didn't know about that.
I don't know.
Okay.
You didn't know?
I'm up for that.
Okay. You learn it now.
Yeah. Thank you.
okay, and finally, do you have a word for your fans?
Yes. What I want to say, and what the message of the new album actually is that sometimes you might not be ready. You might be wanting things, desiring things, but you don't have a way to do them, and you don't feel ready, and you're like, oh my God, this looks like a mountain, it's so difficult. It's like, it's bigger than me. This problem is bigger than me. How the hell am I going to do it? I'm never going to be ready. So sometimes I believe that you just have to make the jump, even if you're not ready, because you're never going to be 100% ready. You just have to follow your heart's desires and your priorities, what really makes you happy and brings joy to your life. You have to follow that, and that's exactly what we did personally. So this album is kind of like a memento to ourselves, also note to self, what we should do, and that's what we actually did with our life, and we're much happier now.
And apart from that, I think it's a big thank you for everything they're
Of
doing for
course.
us, because it's, if we're here, it's thanks to them. You
Yeah.
know, each
If
one of
we're
them.
doing if we're doing anything, it's only because if we're still around after so many years and so many issues like of all sorts that we went through. It's just because of all these fans. Yeah, we are really reading. I'm personally reading every single message, comment, and everything.
Same here.
Yeah, I'm trying
Me too.
to reply to
Better
to
staying
most
in
things.
contact with
Yeah,
everyone.
of course. We really appreciate our fans, like every single last one of them. Thank you,
humans,
guys.
They're humans. So.
Yeah, of course. Everybody's a human.
Yeah.
I don't believe that someone is better than anybody else. So, yeah.
Thank you very much for this interview, and have a great show tonight here in Rotterdam.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Actually, thank you for watching and following us. So thank you, and thank you for having us here. It was a pleasure.
It's a
You're
beautiful
welcome.
day today.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day.
Let's make it even more beautiful. Bye bye. Cheers.